Hey guys, welcome. Now, I get a lot of channeled messages, and I don't have a lot of time right now at this point to add that on top of what I'm already doing with my expansion, as I'm doing some healing, because I'm really entering anew. I wanted to make time today for channeled messages because I do have quite a few channeled messages, and I channel them at the most interesting times of the day. They're quite the messages sometimes. Sometimes they're dramatic. Sometimes they're not. Like this one. Our mind is the trickster, and it's connected to the Ace of Swords because it's either a negative charge of revenge or a positive charge of clarity, and that's how it's connected to Osiris's sword. Look up Osiris's sword with the Ace of Swords. Our mind plays tricks on us with the negative charge, and we can be lower vibrational and go into revenge, or we can add the positive charge of the light, the connection to the oneness, understanding we are all one. When we hurt without, we hurt within, and we do not act lower vibrational. We make sure we understand what edge of the sword we are using. Now the core. How I found that message quite interesting was they sent that message to me through a bag of dog food I purchased. And that's what I love about co-creating, and when you expand your awareness and you understand that you are actually interacting with your environment. It's actually interacting with you. That's not crazy. That's happening to you. And it speaks with you, and you're shape-shifting with it. You're in the flow, you're in creation. Things are, through a message, through a song. And a lot of these times I channels that, when I'm spending time with the starlight, certain soul tribe members, and just when spirit moves through me, baby. Spirit moves through me. Sometimes you even see me on here in the cars. I'm yeah, that's spirit moving through me. Thank you guys for joining me here. It means so much. Honestly, connecting with you guys is really, really lifting my spirits. I sending you many, many healing vibes to continue creating and healing along your paths as we activate deeper levels of our divine blueprints. Now, channel message. This one's a big one. Torus and the tree. We're going to speak a little bit about the cards that they have shown me to express what's going down. Let's check it out. Now, we know we are connecting to ancient wisdom to create our 10 of Cups within. Here's the message. 4 of Cups is luxury. And do you see that moon? That moon is removing one of the cups. And it's full of water. Too much water. Too much emotions. We must remove some of that so we can create life, because we know an overabundance of water, it's not sustaining life. We need to be in balance. We need to create some flow to create life. How do we do so? We now have 3 cups. We know what we're doing here. We came here to ground the energy, expand, and create our 10 of Pentacles. First things first, we must start by how do we look at things? As a failure? Because this is a negative charge, and this does not allow us to expand with the cup. We must start looking at things in a different perspective. We must start seeing our experiences through the dark and the light as growth. How so? Well, we know the energy of the High Priestess. We go within the dark. That activates our divine blueprint within, so we can start creating with new energy. We're now going to be learning how to create with different energies to expand our 10 of Cups to the 10 of Pentacles. We also need the keys, the Hierophant. That is connecting to the light within the dark. High Priestess, our information within the dark, our divine blueprint. The High Priestess is the connection to the light within the dark and expanding it. Now we use these two energies to our advantage in order to create. That's why we need time with the moon, because it allows us to understand the Empress, our connection to the moon, our connection to feminine energy, life, housing the energy, the growth, right? How do you grow it if you don't have anything to grow it into? You need the matter. And that's what this is. This is the matter. We also need the Emperor. The Emperor is the expansion. It's the materialization of the growth, because as we know, we need the sunlight to expand, to grow. We also know, as we've just found out, too much water, that is not going to sustain us. We're going to learn how to sustain life. That's the balance. Now, we use the High and High Priestess, the Emperor and the Empress, and we understand. We've done this work now, we've expanded. We're not failing. We are creating new patterns in order to get from this space to this. And it's happening within. And how do we do so? The Torus and the creation of harmony. And we get back into the flow and we create with the cup, the Ace of Cups. And that's connected to spirit. That's connected to the oneness. This is connected to creation. It's connected to the dark and the light, but it's the charge that you put within the cup. And you decide, is this about your failure or your growth? Let's get the reading and see how we sustain our growth and move forward in our 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles expansion. Now, this has everything to do with what's in the cup and where are we filling the cup. Are we filling the cup with the devil energies? The instant highs, the instant satisfactions. As we know, when we are in sorrow, when we are feeling withdrawn, we want to go and fill that cup. And then we know we fill that cup and another overflow of that cup. We're in the 5 of Cups. Now, these things all teach us things, their experience, but the moon is drawing away that 4th cup, right? Because it's all about, at the end of the day, what are we filling it with? Are we filling it of the light? We go from this energy to this energy, and that's the times we're in. That's what was activated with Lion's Gate. And we walk through the Lion's Gate, transformed, healed, restored, repaired to another level. So we can continue on to a new level of our expansion as we ground our heavens on earth. We build them here. What we're building, what we're creating, but we need to learn how to sustain. What sustains? What is stagnant? And that's where the message of this comes in. And it all ties into today's 13. And 13 is represented as death. And unlucky number 13, but it's not really unlucky. We have to have death to transform life. It's all around us. Or you'd see it. There's too much sun, you burn up. Too much water, as we discussed, can kill life. We need to be in balance. We need to be in flow. And that's the Taurus. And then we are creating this energy in our environment. Because we know we're co-creating, we're interacting. That's why you stop obsessing on the details and you start following the signs and synchronicities. And those are off the wall, yes. Because yes, the universe is speaking to you. Now, that's activating your divine blueprint. Because we are going to create harmonious surroundings, going to be in harmony with all aspects of our life. Now, we're going to move away from disharmony. Whatever is out of balance, whatever has got us feeling angry or unhappy, unable to concentrate, and make us feel like our inner world is falling apart, we're going to repair. Now, this is all about the frequency 432 hertz. And that's considered the universal harmonic because it's consistent with universal patterns and correlates with most music systems. This is the vibration that we're going to connect with within and create with our surroundings to create a musical harmony with. It's all about wholeness, and it's about energy that flows in one end and around the surface and out through the other side, which is the energy of the Taurus, right? It's sustaining life. It's nature's way of sustaining life. It's fundamental. It is the fundamental form of energy that is balanced. And it's all about now we are going to get ourselves back into balance by healing with nature, spending time with the sound of the chirping of birds, the pitter-patter of the rain, the sun rays, all the things that make us feel life. And then we watch the patterns within life so we understand what does sustain life, because you can learn from it in our environment. You can see what sustains life. You see, like, too much water and your plant dies, or it starts growing mold. Not enough sunlight, your plant withers away, and it shrivels up and dies. We are expanding our soul. We are doing this. And we're going to put our light back in the cup, and the moon and the sun are helping us to do so. Along with the light of the cosmos. Let's clear these cards off. I'm gonna spark this candle over here, get a flame, and let's have a reading and see what's going down. Let's get the rest of this message. Alrighty, everything's ready to go. Now, today is Tuesday. It is the 13th. They have sent me a message showing me that something is happening today between the 13th and the 14th, and it has to do with transitioning. I think it's really incredible that the message of the core was for the lion's gate, and it was through the dog food, and we know that it's the lion. The lion, the dog, they are strong, loyal animals that are not afraid to love. And that's what I'm really getting. It's about not being afraid to love. Now, we are going to go get a little bit deeper into some more messages down the road. We'll start talking about things here and there throughout time. Start talking about these things some more. Have a quick sip here. Now, why do we need the Emperor and Empress to build our 10 of Pentacles and 10 of Cups? Well, we need that God and Goddess energy, and we need that experience, and that's how we take that 7, the 7 of Pentacles, and is it our failure or our growth? Are we looking at it with the positive charge, our experience, or the negative charges, we're just failing? Because you got to get to God and Goddess somehow, and that's through the patterns, the energy patterns we're learning how to create with as we master ourselves and restore wholeness. We're also going to talk about numbers here too, because we've had someone here reach out. School for the Fool. School for the Fool is going to talk about numbers because we have someone here that's connected, and we're going to talk about that because this is all about activating our divine blueprints. We're all going to start tying these things together. We're all going to start making some sense of becoming more multidimensional. We can't, when things get too hard, we can't just, or frustrated, we can't just, oh, I need to separate everything all the time because that's what we're used to. Yes, we can still take chunks out of the elephant, but we have to learn more how to take chunks out of each elephant and string them together. Because that's the connection. That's the connection. That's what the 3 is all about. Understanding the 3 is mastering for a very big reason. Because we're connecting now. And there, talk about three of bows. We're gonna take our shot here. This is our taking our shot at fulfillment. Because we know that this is what sustains. And sometimes we gotta let go. We gotta let go so that we can sustain life. And this is about transformation. There's the 2 serpents up his cloak. And he's gonna take that bow. And he's gonna take that arrow. Between a balanced shot. It's having the balanced shot. And I love how the tree is right there. This has to do with not feeling lack of, not feeling unfulfilled. Because we're creating our 10 of Pentacles and 10 of Cups. Because we're connecting to the sun and the moon and we're expanding. With the 7 of Bows, clearance. And the Forest Lovers, number 6 here. With the 9 of Bows, respect. And doesn't that say everything here? With the Seer, the 7 of Vessels, the Page of Arrows, the Wren, transition, and the 8 of Bows, Hearth Fire. Now, let me put this message together properly. Isn't that interesting? These 2 cards popped over, and underneath is the 10 of Bows, responsibility, underneath the 8 of Bows. And then we have the 7 of Stones, healing. That's the message. There it is. What we're going to do here, after we're going to transform, we're going to heal. We're going to heal the disconnect within. Masculine, feminine. We're going to allow the child some time. We have the 7 of Bows. We now have clearance. We are burning away what's lower vibrational. There's a flame here within the card. That is sending a smoke signal out into the air. That smoke signal is calling in our other half. The other half of what we're missing. It's the connection. It's the connection between the masculine and feminine principles and the heart. And the heart of understanding that what is in the cup is of the light, but it's also, it's of the healing of Mother Earth, and it's of the healing of life on this planet. It's like we are going to be the sustainers of it through this transformation. We are going to be the sustainers of it. We're going to activate what that looks like for the collective. And in doing so, we have the Page of Arrows, the Wren, and I do believe that there is a message in here for us. Now here with the Ten of Bows, we know this is about responsibility. And this is about the responsibility of our healing. This is no joke, because what we're doing, it matters. We matter, it matters. And it's like we're going to make it to the core within. That's the message I get from this. We're making it to the core within. We're going to make it there because we're going to lay down there and we're going to heal. We're understanding that our thoughts, we need to have more respect for them. We need to have more respect for the positive and negative. And that is what the clearance is all about, that the smoke signal is, it's showing us here. It's showing us that we are respecting the positive and negative charges and how we are creating this. Because if it's of a negative charge, you're creating a negative story. If it's of a positive charge, you're creating a positive story. It just doesn't take away what happened to you. It's just, are you going to charge it positively or negatively? So, you know, it's like, okay, someone who's stubbed their toe. Okay, I stubbed my toe. This really hurts. I learned a lesson from it. I'm going to be more careful next time, or I'm going to wear more shoes. Or that person that's like, holy F this, why did this happen to me? I stubbed my toe. Why did the universe do this to me? I'm so bad. I must have done something wrong. Now I'm going to go on a terror. Now that's a really bad example, but you catch my drift. Now the seer. This is the High Priestess. This is seeing our reflection. This is seeing our reflection so we can understand what sustains us. What of our water energies has to stay or go. And this is the Seven of Vessels, the mourning. This is letting go of what doesn't sustain us. We have to mourn that. That's why we don't want to let it go. That's why so many of us don't want to transform, right? We want to hold on to that cup. Let's hold on to that fourth cup. Let's hold on to it. Let's hold on to it some more. Ooh, I just want to look in it. I just want to look in it one last time. I want to look in it one last time. Even though you know that looking in it one last time is still creating that negative charge. You'll let it go. You'll let it go. Yeah, you had it. You let it go. You experienced it. Now, God put something else in the cup. And it's connected to this. To the connection. The connection of the harmonic between the masculine and feminine and creation. The creation of love. The creation of love for the forest lovers, the planet. Now, we transition here with the Six of Swords, and we know all about the Six of Swords. That's about the creation of peace, the removal of heartbreak, the creation of peace, and at the end of the day, the clarity. The masculine and feminine each having the clarity, the Ace of Swords. Now, the moon is calling us to do so, and that's connected to something. And with the Eight of Bows, Hearth Fire, we are celebrating now. We are celebrating the fact that we are sustaining life. We need to add the fire now, baby. We've done the work with the cups. Let's add the fire. Let's add the fire power. Let's have a fire. Let's have a celebration. And we know it's about the Seven of Stones, the Seven of Pentacles. And realistically, at the end of the day, our healing is our growth. Our healing is our growth. You know, and then we have the Queen of Bows, which is the Queen of Wands, and the Six of Bows are abundance. And isn't this interesting? Here we have the Great Bear. And that looks very much like, it's very symbolic to me of the Lion's Gate, except we're just going into one place here. There's not two lions on either side. There's just one grand bear. And it's like we're going to go within and we're going to go deep within the core. And we're protected by light. Something's happening here, and there it is. There's the Ace of Vessels, the Ace of Cups. And we know that this, at the end of the day, this is all about what's in the cup. How much darkness and lightness is within there. And you take the sword if there's too much dark and you start adding some more light. We dry things up around here. We need to heal the disconnect between our separateness. And that's why we just need the one cup. And I almost feel like the masculine and feminine are just gonna go and meet up at the one cup. I've never felt like this before, just this one cup. And they're gonna go and they're going to meet up on each side of the cup. But I really feel like rather than put something in the cup for all this healing of the expansion, the waters from spirit will overflow for the masculine and feminine and provide a healing of spirit, a new sense of emotional freedom. Two messages go together. The Great Bear with the Page of Arrows, Ren, and I feel like the Page of Arrows is waiting for us once we come out. And I understand that this message is a beautiful gift. The Great Bear is placed at the winter solstice on December 21st. Its element is earth and associated with the dark sun, the gateway of the dead and their rebirth, and the still point of renewal and healing. Between two trees lies an ancient burial mound of the kind known as a passage grave. Upon this, a polar bear crouches, keeping watch. The initiate has been laid to rest, covered by earth and stone, and now waits to be reborn. Guarded by the shamanic sentinel of the mound, the traditional religious and political concepts of right and wrong, guilt and innocence have no place here for the judgment that keeps taking place during the time of rebirth. It's both inward and mystical, and yet outward and universal, reaching far beyond the narrow confines of human civilization and conventions. The constellation of Great Bear stands out in the sky, indicating the entrance to the other world to which the seeker proceeds. And that's what we're doing. We are connecting that deep within the core, and that expansion is without there. And how the run fits into this is the run is, it's after the spring equinox and winter's melting away, right? It's a time of now healing. And we're studying and we're connecting to our maturity, but at the same time, our youthfulness, our enthusiasm. And so we're excited to get at telling our truths after our rebirths, after entering our new cycles. But I love how it's just such a little bird, because we need to expand. We need to expand now. Ooh. That was interesting. Forest, breathe. We must heal in the forest. We must find our breath there, our new breath of life after our rebirth, after leaving this space now. And that's what many of us are doing. You know, you that are connecting with me understand what I'm talking about here. Desert, vision quest. This is about our vision quest. This is about what we're visioning. To create, we must vision. And this is also connected to our divine blueprint. We must follow the synchronicities, the signs. We're not obsessing on the details. We have that positive charge. We understand how to be in flow. We're using our intuition more here, but we're trusting ourselves to do so because we've healed the disconnect between the masculine and feminine principles, the energies within, baby. And what happens? We have love and we've restored compassion. Now this, when I was getting ready for the last reading, popped out and I put it up here. And I was going to put it away, and as the universe was speaking, they're like, no. Keep this out. It's going to connect to here. And you know what? This Ace of Cups, it's compassion. But what I love is she looks like she has a wand in her hand, and she's creating with an active charge. She's actively putting the light within the cup. And it's all about that dolphin love. And I think we need to talk about that dolphin love here soon. We're going to have a reading about some more things that happened around here at School for the Fool. And then we're going to channel some dolphin love. And speaking of dolphin love, let's just see. We know everything has a spirit. Let's just see what spirit we are connecting to right now on our vision quest through the forest with our new breath of life as we show compassion and love. I love love. It feels so good, doesn't it? Spirit of challenge, and ain't that the truth, baby? As we freaking enter that exit that bear cave. Oh yeah, we enter a lion. We enter that lion, a bear cave. Me, I can't speak. See what happens? Ooh. We enter that bear cave a lamb, but we exit a lion. And see how it all is freaking connected? Woo! No, this is all about spirit helping us to address the obstacles that are in our way. So we must address them. They're not just gonna poof like we're like, those are the challenges, right? And those are our tests, and we don't like them. But the universe needs to see if we're made out of the stuff to go to the next level, as we want to keep grounding the pentacles, right? And creating with the cups and the light in the cups. I am the spirit of challenge. I challenge you to look at your life and to change it. I challenge you to forge ahead on your path in spite of opposition. I challenge you to look again at tasks that seem insurmountable to accomplish them. I demand the highest degree of perseverance and determination you can muster. With me at your side, you can tackle challenges that might otherwise deter you. Together we can face the hardest tests and emerge victorious. And that's because now we've connected the Emperor and Empress. The Emperor and Empress energies. We've connected them. And now we entered a lamb, but we're exiting a lion. And those tasks, those things that before that may have seemed insurmountable, well, now we're ready. It's go time, baby. But don't forget, heal. Just always gotta heal. We gotta repair. We gotta recharge. Oh, freaking people are here. Influence and balance. And there's the moon. Influence and balance. The moon is helping us influence us to see our light through the darkness and connect to spirit. We are restoring balance between our passions and our harmonics. The yin and yang, we are getting in flow here. The dragonfly, we're connecting to other realms in that bear cave. We're connecting to other realms in that bear cave. Both masculine and feminine, and the child. Something's going down. We're gonna get one more card and see what's happening. Alrighty, thanks guys. I just had to let some of my soul tribe members through. Now, moon sign readings will be out soon too, as well as, of course, we're going to be having a full moon in Aquarius reading, and I'm excited because my moon side is Aquarius, and that's the humanitarianism energy, the expansive energy. go with the flow. And that's what we're doing. This whole entire thing, this whole entire expansion is about putting us in the flow. And that's the message that I was channeling today, and actually thinking that it was going to be fun to do sun sign readings all about going with the flow and getting back in the flow after our healing here, after, you know, entering anew who we are now with our new light activations, talking deeper and more about DNA, our DNA blueprints here, and little things that we can do here to, you know, help us not be so anxious, right? That's why we need the healing. That's why thank you guys for joining me here, so that we can heal and raise the vibes, because that's what really helps us with the positive charge. So thank you guys so much. The message. The path of your goal is not a straight line, but is filled with unexpected bends, detours, and blocks. Being frustrated, angry, or impatient won't help. Try to accept that this chaos is part of the experience rather than fighting it or flailing about it. Find the rhythm or flow in the chaos and ride it gently to your destination. And of course, that's what we're going to do, because we're God and goddesses. And we're both. We're whole. We're creators. We're mastering ourselves here. We're masters of the light through the darkness. We're light bearers. We hold the torches for the collective. And we need to take this seriously. Now, this sounds like a dog, baby. Guys, dog. Dog. There we go. I just want to go on that boat right now. I need a little healing with Mother Earth. Spirit's running through me again. And look at that. I love this. It's the Four of Wands, and now we've created the stability. And there is divine masculine, divine feminine, and the child. And the connection of the Three of Cups. We've done it, baby. We've created stability. Woo! I'll see you guys again soon. Take care. Until next time. We put the light in the cup. We put the light in the coconut. Put the light.